Okay, so this was the last one we did on the in class the other day. This was about the heights of the 3-year-old girls. That was approximately normally distributed with a mean of 94.5 and a standard deviation of 4 centimeters. And the question was, what is the third quartile of the distribution? So on the tennis serves, we had the value, and we found the percent that was above or between a certain value. On this one, we have the percent, and we're working backwards to find the value that corresponds to that percent. So the third quartile, remember, was the 75th percentile. So in the table, we had to go find 75%, or we used the technology in Staplet, and it gave it back to us when we told it what the percentage was. So let me show you how to do that in the calculator. So we're still going to be in the distribution menu. So we're going to second distribution. But now we're not finding the area under the normal curve. We're trying to find the percentile and work back to the z-score. So we're going to use inverse norm, number 3. Okay, so an inverse norm, what it asked me for is the area I'm trying to find based on the mean and the standard deviation. And then it's telling me, do I want it to be the tail that's left of that, center, or right? So you're always going to leave the tail on left. So just make sure yours is defaulted to left. Remember, we're trying to find the third quartile or the 75th percentile. You have to put it in as a decimal. You can't put 75 in there. Put in 0.75. Okay, now if you do that, come down here to paste. That's going to give you, again, the older calculators are going to prompt you, hey, what percentage do you want? What's your mean and standard deviation? And where are you finding the area? Okay, again, remember we found that the z-score was 0.67, and then we had to use 0.67, plug that in, and back solve in my z-score formula to find our value, which came out to be about 97 centimeters. Okay, so what you can do now is second distribution. If you don't want the z-score, which is what we got when we did it in class, we can say, well, the mean was 94.5 with a standard deviation of heights of 4 centimeters. And again, it'll automatically find that 75th percentile for us. Okay, so this one here is in terms of z-scores. You're 0.67 above the mean of 94.5, but this tells me my exact value, 97.19. Not 19759 is the value that's at the 75th percentile. Okay. All right, so that's inverse norm. That's how you work backwards when you're given the percent and you're trying to find the number that corresponds to that percent.